I spent August talking to and listening to my constituents, like I hope my Republican colleagues did too. And you know what I heard the most? That they are scared out of their minds about the impact of Republicans' big ugly bill, particularly on how it will make hunger worse in this country.
That's not how our country was started, and that's just not who we are as a people.
This new year means changes for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. New federal laws could make it harder for some people to qualify for benefits, and new state rules will reduce what SNAP recipients can buy at the grocery store.
We are now approaching the longest shutdown in American history.
Democrats' fault.
The most famous line in the Declaration of Independence is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. However, I would argue that under our current administration, these are not possible. After all, how are we supposed to live and pursue happiness if we don't have reliable access to food? Millions of Americans struggle with food insecurity, and many more are at risk of becoming food insecure. So if we have these unalienable rights, why doesn't the government help those who are struggling to truly pursue them?
I'm Michelle Brobston. I'm the COO of Hunger Free Oklahoma. So food insecurity actually has a very proper definition by the USDA. A person who doesn't know where a meal is coming from in a fairly long period of time, so months or a year. A lot of people experience it only at certain times of the year. The difference between hunger and food insecurity is that hunger would be ongoing. An ongoing issue of not knowing where your food's coming from.
My name is Liz Wright. I am one of 7 board members here at the Jenks Food Bank. Our average is 217 families, which is a little over 700 people. We are seeing a lot more families coming and needing food.
One thing that is just really tough is that the minimum wage has stayed stagnant, but the cost of food and other goods is going up.
We have a lot of families that are the working poor. They just can't get ahead, have multiple jobs. I mean, even when I go to the grocery store, I'm shocked at how much things have gone up even in the last 6 months.
We actually have almost as many food insecure Americans as we did at the height of the Great Recession. We are kind of on the cusp of a major program change, probably the biggest shift we've had in the program since its founding.
The controversial One Big Beautiful Bill was passed in July of 2025. With it came cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and the SNAP program. The opposition's main argument for the cuts to the SNAP program is to help mitigate high error rates around the country, the national average being 10.93% in the year of 2024.
We are finally creating real accountability incentives for states with high payment error, and we are protecting the hardworking American taxpayer who has been footing a $100 billion annual SNAP bill that increased by close to 70% in 5 years.
The issues with the Big Beautiful Bill that are really going to be very, very problematic for Oklahomans is the cost shifting, which means the state's money doesn't go as far. So the state's not going to probably put in more money. They're going to put in the same amount of money and we get matched way less. That's just Oklahoma, which only has 4 million people. We have about 700,000 people on SNAP, but just imagine what that is across the nation, where there's 40 million people on SNAP.
The quote, One Big Beautiful Bill that was passed by Republicans in July has already begun to hurt Americans. Americans are feeling the high food costs, higher rents, more expensive health care, child care, and energy costs.
The other thing that is worse is the sharing of the cost of the benefits, which has not ever happened before. That's a big problem. Depending on your error rate, you could pay nothing if your error rate's under 6%. You could pay 15% of benefits that are distributed if your error rate's over 10%. Right now, Oklahoma's is 10.8%. So we're in that 15% coverage area, and that equates to $270 million. Oklahoma, even though we pay our taxes to the federal government, that money will no longer be used for benefits to feed our most vulnerable neighbors. It will be instead shifted to the state that will have to pick up a surprise bill of $270 million. Now that doesn't start immediately, but it's coming. It's coming like a freight train.
It breaks my heart to see people as pawns in a political war. Just, this is not what America's about. We're there to take care of each other. It's not practical. I think it benefits one group more than the others, than the rest of the country.
Food should be a human right. I believe that the Declaration of Independence is an important document and help leading the next movement to solving the food crisis in this country. I feel as though with enough pushback, we can restore the SNAP program to not only how it was before, but better.